Morning guys, we're back for another verse video. So we're on day 5 now, which is troops. So today there's quite a few things that we can do. So from yesterday we should have been stacking our radars, so we're going to pop these quickly. I just done a couple, then I realised I had to do a video. So we're going to do a few, obviously you do these. Again, like now, when these build up, if I have drone boost early on, I don't. So unfortunately, these are going to expire before then, so I'll have to complete these now. But if you had drone boost coming up in the next few hours, you can do that between it to use your stamina to complete your drone boost. So that's radars done. So the main purpose of today is to do train troops. That's what it is. The higher level units you train, the more points you get for each one. So we want to be using something called the waterfall guide, which is this thing here, which essentially is, say if you're tier 9, you'd make tier 5 troops throughout the week to upgrade, because when you upgrade 4 to 5, you're going to get points. And then 5 to 6, then 6 to 7, then 7 to 8, and you're going to accumulate more points like that today. But I have zombie invasion this week, so all my troops have been donated to kill some. But as an example in here, so in here we can see that this one can do level 7 troops. My barracks aren't set up yet because it's quite early on, but I'll explain it. So we want this one to be level 17. So this one should be 17, so we can create the one tier down of level 7. So we'll be able to create tier 6 in here. Yeah, so barracks 17. And then obviously we just done 6 on the other one, so we want this one to be 5, so we want this to be 14. And then we'll do this one below 14, which would be 10. Now what that means is when you've got that all set up and you've got all your barracks free, like on this one, if we go into my drill ground, you can see I've got some level 3s, so we're going to promote these, yeah, to level 4, which are going to go into this one. Yeah, but because I haven't got the set one, I'm going to have to go from 4 to 7 on the next one. And then you'd skip these. You want to be doing this, I'm just going to show you a few, but you want to be doing this when your unit progression arms race is on. But I'm just going to show you a few just for the sake of it, and then I'll do my rest later on. It's not that big of a deal for me. Yeah. And then you would do this through each level until you get to your final level. Obviously you want this to be free, so I'm going to skip this later on, but I'm going to do that later on during unit progression. Okay. So once you've done your troops, you should always do your troops. As well, if you need training speed ups, you should come into your alliance store and then buy these each week. You want to be buying all these out each week. I just haven't got around to it yet, so I'll buy the rest of that later in the week. Yeah, buy them. Now if we look at our speed ups, you can see we've got 4-day training, which is okay, but I've got 60-day universal. Ideally you only want to use your training, but it's vital that you still get all your verse boxes. Like if you have to use universal, use it. Your main goal with universal is you should only try to do it on tech. After you got your 30 headquarters, that's all you want to do using your universal on is tech and training. Do not waste it on anything construction. It's not just worth it. Your construction should speed up by then. So if we look at the rest of it, so we've done the training troops and then using training speed ups and tasks. So the other ones are just other ways we can boost our points for the rest of the day. So it's doing construction and popping presents and using research and completing the research. So today, from Tuesday, I've been cooking my headquarters. So later on, I'm going to use this during my arms race again. So from 7, I'm going to pop this, get some points for it, and then I'll do my troop training. And then hopefully I got another base one later. I may not. No, but then if I was short on points in my verse, I'd then use more construction or tech, whatever I wanted to do on the day. But as I'm early in the game, I'm going to focus on getting my headquarters up and everything like that, because this will be 24 and I want to get tier 8 troops later. So I'll speed up this barracks and stuff later on as well. Yeah, so going on from next week, you want to try and make sure that you've always got at least like 4,000 of your top tier troop to use throughout the week for things like Marshall, you know, MG. But when you're creating troops, you want to be doing 4 below your maximum. So I'm tier 7, right? So when I craft troops, yeah, I'm going to make sure that I do tier 3s on each one. And then when it comes Friday, I can upgrade my tier 3s to tier 4, my tier 4s to tier 5, and my tier 5s to tier 6, and my tier 6 to tier 7. Okay? And that's going to give you the most amount of points. If you're just doing in here, say if you were just skipping this and just creating 10, you're losing out on a lot of points for your verse. Okay? It does take a little more speed ups this way, but it's not that much, but you're going to get so much more points. I will say another point is, make sure that you're working on your alliance tech again. You know, you want to get this one to 20 first when you can, and then work on these other ones to get them to 6, because this affects everything. It boosts everything. Okay. We'll just go over the hot deals today. So, like a Wednesday, this is the exact same pack as Wednesday. It's just got a different name. It's the Resource Mega Pack. Again, this is really good for resources if you're a spender and you want to do well within the game, like later on, and you want to get tier 10s as quick as you can. Buy these packs out. Buy them out. But these aren't going to help dramatically. If you're a low spender, I recommend not really buying these and just focus on, again, buying something that's going to claim. Okay. All right. Cheers for watching.